Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I'm the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something. Have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning, welcome back to another curated top 10 for the 30th of June. Actually the end of June, can't believe how fast June has gone through. Rolling over to the 1st of July when I'm recording this. Let's look at the 10 for today. Alright, first one up is Clason, tech and design for a seamless cycling experience. Really love the design of this helmet. They've really moved like health conscious headwear on leaps and bounds. I love the design of it, first of all. Without the technology, I just love the design of like how it cuts around the ear like that, so you've got like perfectly good hearing. Like, hated that like enclosed space when I was a kid. I had this crappy helmet and like this felt stuff that like sat on your ears. It was terrible. And then on top of that, you've also got like a brake light on the back, and I think indicators and a kind of headlight on the front. Looks like there's some air slots on the top and on the side there, and it's got like some kind of intelligent tech in it, so that when you brake or when you slow down, the brake light comes on the back. I just think it's a brilliant idea. The cost doesn't seem too crazy either, so you can get two of these for 200 quid, so that's an absolute bargain. Estimated retail price 600. 600 is a lot of money. $600 is a lot of money, but I'm sure as they scale this up, they'll end up being able to bring that price down, and having that extra tech in there. I love that like gesture stuff. So it looks like it's got like sensors to read body language on it, which is kind of cool. He had to do that at the front of him though. Yeah, he had to wave like in front of him. Instead of just putting his arm out, he had to do that in front of him. So I guess he's passing over a sensor. So you got to be about it in a certain way. But the indicator on the front and on the back, it's fire. Love that a lot. Great product. Next up is the Grey Pea bikes. Grey Pea bikes. Look at this thing. Wow. I mean, it's like all that battery and everything, all that tech is all behind that plastic paneling, which I kind of like. You know, just good forks on this, good suspension at the back there. I'd have that seat off in a minute because that seat would just split me in two. But I love the design of it. I love the design of the website. Second generation, so that's always good because the first one is always a bit of a R&D nightmare. And this one's called the G12. Combines the best of both worlds, motorcycles and bicycles. So you know that this thing has got some serious oomph, some serious power to it. Fingerprint activated. Whoa, this thing is not going to be cheap. Amazing like integrated screen up at the top there in terms of like how fast you're going, the battery life, motor temperature, range, speed. Most EU countries consider two-wheeled electric vehicles as motorcycles if they can reach a speed in excess of 25 kilometers. Special mode to comply with that, which limits the speed and power, still the top speed is just a tap away when you need it. So they lock it down, but basically you can unlock it when you're off-roading it. And this thing, 120 kilometers of range. That's crazy. Like, we're literally getting one of these things. Would be a great little bike to have in a forest, in some kind of little retreat thing, as long as you can fill the tires up with some kind of like foam stuff so that you didn't get any punctures. We actually got those like new space age ones, that like 3D printed ones. Seriously going to be making a move on an electric bike in the next year, like one of these better ones, you know. The G12 can be recharged from 0 to 100% in 80 minutes from a standard 110 240. A full charge consumes about 1.1, I think that's 1.5 kilowatts hour of energy, which costs about 30 cents euros in Europe. I mean, it's kind of fire. It's kind of, I love the design on this website as well. They've really gone to town on it. Gorgeous. There's so many choices out there right now for electric bikes. Unbelievable. Next up is Air by air-crazybaby, true wireless headphones. The only reason why I pulled these up, because you know we've seen a million different headphones, but this one's got nano. It's the first one I've seen with nano. It could just be marketing hype, but it's the first one I've seen with carbon nanotubes in it. So I know that carbon nanotubes was kind of a big thing probably about 6 months ago in terms of strength, being able to build these up and layer them up, and being very strong. I think when it comes to headphones especially, the better they are made, especially for something like this, which are super small. You know, I could drop these, break these, sit on these, bloody like bash them against the window, like, because I don't have that bar above it kind of protecting, you know, knowing that I've got it on. If I've just got them in, these look fire. The website's really nice as well. I hope they perform as good as they look, and as nice as this site is. That's gorgeous. Look at the light breakdown there. Super good. Next up is the clazio-spark. This is nice and in direct competition with the Amazon ones. I kind of feel like Amazon maybe robbed this one. They saw this, kind of copied the idea, because it has Alexa and Google on it, so you can pick between the two. Hi-fi speaker, play favorite music, video calling, voice, install apps by Google Play, voice Alexa, and OK Google. This would be great as just a little video chat thing to my left, or like a couple of them dotted around the house, so I didn't have to like have the machine on. I could just be like, call Dale, boom, video chat. I don't know if I would get back into you. I guess you just use whatever you've got on it. I guess it comes with Skype, but I would prefer to use Appearing. You can do YouTube on it. It's kind of nice, you know, play my favorite subscriptions, play CNN, play Spotify, and it's stylish as well. I kind of like the way that they've integrated it. It doesn't look like a big bloody lopping piece of technology in the corner of the room. Powerful speaker, sounds amazing. 2 far field microphones. I think I've got 2. Alexa's, you know, like echoes and stuff, normally have about 7 or 8 little microphones to do that kind of beam forming for your voice. I'm not sure how good this would be. Maybe you only need a couple of microphones because it's kind of like a bedside unit or a kitchen unit. I don't know. It's got 4K output on it, which is kind of support, 4K output support, so I'm guessing it's got a port on the back to send it out to something else, because it's only got a 2K screen. Even that is pretty good though. 1920 by 1200 is pretty good. Video chatting as well, just ask or dial and stay connected by video chat between most smart devices and Spark, Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Google Hangouts. So that's kind of cool. How much is this thing? Because I'm kind of interested. Got Netflix on there. Oh, you can hook it up. There you go. So you can hook it up from your Netflix to a big television. So that's kind of nice, because you can say search Netflix, 5 minutes on Netflix, outputs to the television, and you get 4K on the telly. Alright, I need to know the price. Give me the price. Tell me how much this thing is. No button. There's no button on here for price. Do I have to scroll all the way down? Stylish as hell. I do love this little clamp thing and these little wooden feet on it. Kind of nice. I don't see any pricing point though. They've got to move on this quick because Amazon are kind of dominating this market. Next up is ZenCube. I had to throw this in here because I have a what do you call it? One of these like salt lamps, like a proper salt lamp. This has been like a fashion square of it, which I'm kind of confused about. But I had to throw it out there because I'm totally into Himalayan salt lamps. If you have asthma of any sort, trust me, get one of those. They're kind of cheap. The only expense is the bulbs, but you can get LED bulbs that are like 10 watts less, that last a million times longer. Don't use the little filament bulbs because you'll just burn through them like at an amazing rate because they don't handle heat. ZenCube is the first world's smart Himalayan lamp. So nature technology, modern design. I'm interested to see what they've done with this. I kind of feel like it's a little bit design over practicality. Deodorizes and purifies with your scent, so you can put scent in the top of it. Handcrafted pure pink salt cube, organically sourced. That's a big thing actually. You have to make sure that you get a properly sourced salt. You know, the salt is important. LED bulb lasts 40 times less than the, like I said, like LED. Like all they've done is packaged it. All they've done is they've turned it into a square and they've packaged it in a way that looks good for the home. It's about like making it look fashionista for the home. I would never buy this in a million years, but I can see the application of the intelligence behind it. I don't think it's a smart lamp though, to be honest. All right, next up is Hexa. Definitely want to get this. Like this is one of the first ones that I've come across on steem-hunt that I've gone, I need that in my life. Hexa, clean air for life, comfortable protection against airborne pollutants, allergens, bacteria and viruses. First ever smart air mask. Now I don't know why it's smart all I'm interested. I love the design of it for a start. Looks real good. Includes PM10 coarse particles, PM25 fine particles, allergens, exhaust, and odors, bacteria, and viruses. It's also got like a monitor and tracks the air quality around you. That's interesting to me. That's kind of interesting to me. I presume that little box does all the measuring and everything. I'm not sure why it plugs into the top there. It's kind of weird. But I would definitely use something like that if as an emergency, especially if you're going off grid, if you're like van dwelling and you're like in countryside. Pollen count, especially for the next 2 weeks here in the UK, and the heat wave is off the chart. Alright, final four today. 4X camera. This is by Roland, which is kind of weird for Roland to put out an app. Create split screen videos. This is real nice, especially if you've got like a couple of phones, iPad or an iPhone. You can record a number of different performances and it kind of mashes them together as different shots, and then you can like export them out. So it's like publishing multi-layered music performances. Create split screens of original music and cover songs by yourself, and you never have to hassle with a complicated video editing program. After you finish shooting, just select one of the 10 split screen patterns, adjust volumes for each video, trim the beginning and end as needed, and then render. Perfect. Simple. Like anything that helps me go from idea to output, game changer. Next up, affordable outdoor solar powered portable air conditioning. Now, come on, who is literally sitting in LA on the beach there with this unit cooling their like that space around them? I think that's dumb. But I have been looking for a compact unit like this that can be powered from a power supply or solar power, because there's definitely a need for a portable air conditioner. I'm not sure how good this is going to be. I have concerns that it might be like version 1 of their product. I'm not sure if it's going to live up to what it says. But I'm kind of interested in it. For outdoor usage, connect cooler to the optional 40,000 or 60,000 power station for extra sunny days. A solar panel provides additional power. Like, I think what you're going to have to do is route it through a solar panel into a deep cycle battery, and then the deep cycle battery powers this. But even just having this in van life running on AC, I'm totally down, especially now. 100 watts is 3,500 BTU is not bad actually for a space like this. You couldn't use it in a big room. You'd probably need about 8 or 10,000 BTUs, but for 12 volts through a deep cycle battery inside a van space, caravan space or a van space, not bad. Not bad at all, really. Normally these retail at 700, which is way too expensive. But I do like the design of it. Very fashionable. If it does the job, if it actually does keep you cool, then it's definitely worth it. But I think I'm going to wait for version 2 of that. Next up is the Ancora, a motion to change gaming forever. This will be terrible for version 1, but version 2 and 3 probably be better. And they've got a massive marketplace. Think of all the clans out there at the minute. Think of all the billions that are getting pumped into gaming. 100 million alone in Fortnite. This is a revolutionary smart band that adds a new dimension to video games. Emotion, play, create, stream like never before. So being able to pick up that skin temperature, you know, brain activity, anger, BPM, like all of that is overlay and just like hype at the minute. That bracelet thing is hype at the minute. It's concept art, but it could take off, and if they can realize it and they can make it work, then that's going to be pretty awesome, because being able to track that data, it's going to give streamers and casters more information for them to put out on the stream. Like as a game gets more tense, as they get down to the last 10, that data is going to be useful for a caster to be like, oh, his heart rate's gone up. It just gives them more metrics of data to go on. Finally today, automate and motorize window controls. I know this is kind of a small stupid one, but I kind of see this is where Internet of Things is going to go to. Turn your regular window shades into smart shades. It's just like a little motor thing, kind of smart, not trying to be too complicated, very simple, which is always good because that's the kind of thing that sells. A little box on the window where the little dots and cables go through, and you just got a little motor servo thing in there and just puts them up, pulls them down. ideal because I used to hate faffing with those things. I ended up either snapping them or pulling them too hard, or they ended up getting stuck. So anything that takes that problem away and allows me to automate that, like based on times of day, maybe eventually like linking that up to some kind of like, I don't know, sensor, so it can be like, or even an API to be able to pick up like being able to open them on sunrise. Perfect. That's it for me today. If you found this video from DLive or YouTube or somewhere else, because I'm going to start hosting them on other decentralized platforms, all those top 10 curations that you saw there were from 200 odd posts from steem-hunt.com. It's very much like Product Hunt, but you're incentivized by the Steem blockchain. You get paid in Steem SBD. This is what the steem-hunt website looks of today, 1st of July 2018. When you put something on the site, you see it appear on the right hand side. When you click through, it appears on the left. The white button takes you through to the item that was hunted. If you want to add your own, you just click on the plus button after logging in with your Steem auth. If you don't have a Steem account, signup.steemit.com. 3 different ways to get a paid account, or you could wait a week or 2 to get a free account. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.